So, good morning, and welcome to our Mind the Moments Tuesday morning gathering, brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare and Tufts Health Plan. This is a place where we invite experienced mindfulness instructors to speak with us about mindfulness, what mindfulness means to them, and to discuss as a community how we can incorporate these practices into our daily lives. I'm Suzanne Rowe Palacino. So happy to be here, as it seems like a long time. Welcoming back Zeenat Potia, one of our instructors with Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare. Good morning, Zeenat.
Good morning, Suzanne. It's so good to be with you, and a very warm welcome to everybody.
Yes, thank you so much. And we're so happy to have you here this morning. For folks that are new, a special welcome to you. We will be guiding you throughout our whole mindfulness practice this morning. But to let you know, and a warm welcome as well to our regulars. Just to let you know, today, Zeenat will start off with a question for the group, and then she'll share a few thoughts and lead us into a 12-minute guided practice. And that will be guided, a little bit guided, mostly guided, and a little bit of silent time. So that's a modality that one can adjust to if you're new to meditation. And after that, we'll have time for questions. So if you can go to the bottom of your Zoom screen and open up the chat. And when you do that, you can click on the blue drop-down menu that says hosts and panelists and click on everyone, and people can see your comments as they come in. So I also wanted to announce something before we start the question, which is a great announcement. If you were here last year with us, we had Dr. Amishi Jha, who is a PhD neuroscientist out of the University of Miami, accomplished researcher on researching meditation and the effects of meditation on our brain. And I'm just going to quickly share a presentation. This is 2 seconds, so it won't take you off our game too much. But it's Mental Health Awareness Month this month in May. So you can join us this month as we focus on mental health awareness. Just confirming some of the things that some of our regulars probably already know, that meditation improves mood, promotes positive work-life balance, supports in how we connect with ourselves and others. And then, so with that, Dr. Amishi Jha will be with us this month. And so we're collaborating with her. If you hadn't seen her last year, we focused on her book, which was Peak Mind, best-selling book that she came out with last year. And so we'll be with her this month, 2 particular times. But so just to explain a little bit of her research, she's demonstrated over a decade of research that 12 minutes a day seems to be a sweet spot for meditation, and doing that, meditating for most days of the week for 4 weeks is enough to begin noticing the benefits of mindfulness practice, some of which we already discussed: better focus, reduced likelihood of getting pulled into distractions, ability to take in new information effectively, and a greater sense of presence. So these, we'll have some videos of her, of Amishi, up on our YouTube page. And then this 4-week, we'll talk about this 4-week challenge. So you can join us for these live webinars, which will begin on this coming Thursday during our regular Mind the Moment session at 8:30, and also Wednesday, May 3rd. That's it. So more information, point32health.org/peakmind. All right, so that is our little surprise for May. Hope you can join us during those sessions. So Zeenat, as we continue on this morning, what question do you have for the group?
Thanks, Suzanne. I wanted to offer the theme for today as working with the elements. So in celebration of Earth Day, happy Earth Day and Earth Week, Earth Month, year to everybody. Yeah. We begin to see very quickly in meditation that as human beings, we're not separate from, but part of nature. We're deeply connected to the natural world, and the elements practice or contemplation is a wonderful way to further that and to really feel into that. So in this moment, and we'll practice with this, but for now, just to connect as a community, I'll name the elements. So earth, water, fire, wind, and to sense for yourself when you contemplate these or when you hear them, internally and externally, which one do you feel a resonance with? If you would please share in the chat if you feel so moved.
I've just shared that question in the chat, and then I'll give my thoughts. Interesting. The question that or the element, it just depends on where I am. I have a very strong connection to wind. Always had a connection to wind because I do a lot of walking with my dog, and many times I'm on a mission sometimes. And when I feel the wind, it wakes me up and makes me realize I'm in nature and it's time to pay attention. So that's what lands for me right now. How about you, Zeenat?
Beautiful. I love hearing that from you, Suzanne. It's and wind especially. Not many people pick it, so I'm especially curious to hear. Gosh, it's like picking a favorite child. Really, I love them all. So I resonate with Tara saying it's hard to choose, and it shifts. And so, Janice is saying this morning it's such. And so I would say right now that helps me to connect to the present moment. It's earth. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it really is true. It does change so much. And if I'm close to water and the ocean, I mean, I can't get enough of that, but I have a real connection there as well. But let's see whatever other people are saying. Earth came right up for Rizvana. Water, especially the ocean for Tammy. Water, many people. Earth, water, ocean, rain. Oh, I love the rain, Kristen. With you there. Water, both fresh and salt water. Hard to decide. Go with earth. Feeling a need to connect to earth. Dan says, I'm never happier when I'm deep in the forest or on a mountain. So I suppose water and air are in play as well. Absolutely. Water. Depends on where I am. Earth today as I took a beautiful walk. Oh, lovely. Wind is my friend and my enemy. Sometimes it lifts me up and pushes me back, but always reminds me how alive I am. Yes. Yeah.
Lovely. Shall we try the practice together?
Yes.
Okay. So coming upright, finding some uplift in the spine. And I invite you, if you're not already, just planting both feet on the ground. And Suzanne is modeling beautifully. If you need to stretch or wiggle or get any wobbles out, really good to do that before we come into stillness. And please remember that anything I offer is an invitation. You're in choice and have agency. It's your heart, mind, and body. And so to please do what feels good for you and then leave the rest. So the head and neck, it's as if you're looking straight ahead, soft in the back of the neck, soft eyes. And the invitation is to gently close the eyes or have a soft gaze. If it's of benefit to take 2 or 3 deep, intentional, gulpy breaths and sigh them out, kind of drinking in the breath. And then contact, opening to the land, the earth, element, grounding, stabilizing, steadying, absorbing, tuning in to the sensations of the feet touching the ground, touching into the present moment, anchoring and stabilizing us, rooting us. And feeling concurrently the heaviness of the bones of this body, that we each inhabit the unique expression of our time on the earth planet. The heaviness of the bones is an expression of earth element within ourselves. And Rilke, the poet, said to trust your own heaviness. And notice that we're not sinking down, we're releasing and we're trusting that we'll be held, that the support will hold us. And it is, the gravity of the earth is supporting us. The earth nourishes us. It offers us many gifts. Robin Wall Kimmerer talks about in her book, Breeding Sweetgrass, this mutuality and reciprocity of the earth. Opening to water element, internally, the fluidity, blood, sweat, tears, water element as a cohesive quality. Externally, any water bodies that bring you joy, bring you peacefulness, opening the awareness to perhaps a visual if you enjoy that form of meditation and tuning into the movement of the water element. When it has movement, it can also be frozen. It changes states. It's where we come from. And for many, water element has a sense of home, a feeling of deep rest. And water element is also known to be very healing. And so tapping into that sense of relief, of release, of cooling in this moment. The water element connects us to the fire element, warm-heartedness, receptive awareness, which is a quality of mindfulness, of mindful attention. It's curiosity, warmth, interest towards ourselves, towards all parts of ourselves, and towards others. Kindness, care. And then we need the fire element to practice. In the classical teachings, the word ardor is used. Ardor. An aspiration and energy to awaken. And externally, we have the sun, heat, temperature, essential for growth, especially in spring. We notice the light and the warmth more and more with each passing day. So opening yourselves up, perhaps like a sunflower, and then leaning toward the light. Right now. Wind element. Internally, the breath has a certain fizziness. It's dynamic. It also has a mind of its own. It comes and it goes of its own volition. We can be aware of it. We can bring our attention to the wind element as it expresses through this body. You can become aware of it externally as you feel it on your skin. Changing moment to moment. It's a life force, a force, and can also be very quiet and joyful. Soft, gentle breeze. And lastly, we open to a fifth element that I'd like to offer, which is the space element. Full awareness of your body, proprioception, is called of your body in space, of how it's situated. We're part of something, and we practice mindfulness to become familiar with and habitual with pausing before responding to stimuli. The pausing gives us spaciousness, choice for appropriate response. So space element is a powerful ally on this journey of life. So all five elements, as we start to gather them, notice their interconnectedness, notice their movements, their changing nature. Just be aware, how is the mind right now? How is the body right now? This practice is inherently transportable. You can bring it with you wherever you are. The elements are always here. Just have to open to them. I'll invite the bell. And so listening. Okay, and taking your time as you return. Please feeling free to move. And thank you so much for your kind attention and for the practice. Suzanne, I did go a little bit longer because I wanted to, there was more guidance with the elements. I hope that was okay for folks.
Anytime we have to go longer with the meditation practice, there are never complaints about that. So that's completely fine. And yeah, thank you so much, Zeenat, for this theme and for your wisdom around it. It's so interesting how I love how you've brought the practice to each one of those elements, like the wind. I never thought of wind in relation to the breath, so the internal, so it's just, it makes me like wind even more. I love how you've described it and brought it into both internal and external. So it's really wonderful. And I agree with Sheila, calming, and there's a lot of great feedback on the chat. Folks really liked it. So
good. And you know, just I want to reiterate, so you really internalize this, that it's truly one of my favorite practices, the elements practice. And try it, you know, try it on your own, especially in a moment of dysregulation. Just that earth element is your friend, and it's right there, just feeling the feet on the ground. And any of them, opening to them, kind of, it's a bouquet of choices. And so connecting with whichever in the moment that would be supportive for you.
yeah.
To that.
Yeah, no, I love how you've described it as transportable, because so many of these practices are. So thank you for that.
My pleasure.
And I shared this a little earlier than I expected, but I wanted to bring back after we've wrapped up this portion of our discussion here, to remind folks, anyone that came on a little late, that we're having this these two sessions, and I'm going to share the dates as well, with Dr. Amishi Jha on Thursday the 27th from 8:30 to 9, as well as Wednesday, May 3rd from 1 to 1:30, focusing on Mental Health Awareness Month. And Dr. Amishi Jha has this amazing research that she shares in such a lovely way about meditation, and how her research has confirmed so many of the benefits. So thank you so much, Zeenat, for being with us as always. We love having you here.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you, Suzanne. And be well, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Yes, absolutely. And we'll see you tomorrow morning too for our web meeting format. So hope to see you tomorrow, 8:30 to 9 as well. All right. See you soon, Zeenat. See you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.